Hi everyone and welcome. Today we have to review this very pretty Decca Debonair Deluxe 6 transistor radio from about 1961. It's similar in looks and circuit to their model TP44, but it's just trying to look that little bit more upmarket. Now it's quite a large size for a transistor radio, measuring 255mm wide, 170 high, around about 85mm deep, and would you believe weighs around 1.5 kilos, so quite a chunky thing really. It just covers just the standard medium wave and long wave bands. It's a little bit grubby, so I'm just going to give it a light clean a little bit later on, but overall the looks are very pretty, with perhaps just a slight leaning to the feminine side, perhaps appealing to the ladies of the day. It's also available in blue and brown, so the blue one had a blue plastic front and sides, and then the brown one equally the same changes, but all of them retain this nice horizontal stripe finishing. Looking at the rear, rather than employing screws to hold the cover on, it actually just had clips, so just put your finger in there, unclip it, and then be easy access to the batteries when you needed to change them. Now talking of batteries, although broken, what we have here is two PP9 style battery clips, so you're thinking that we're going to utilize two 9-volt batteries, but in fact this takes two PP6 batteries. In other words, they're two 6-volt batteries, not two 9-volts. I'm wondering how many sets prematurely failed with incorrect batteries being fitted. Now the reason why we got two 6-volt batteries is basically Decca were just cheapening things out a little bit. They just employed a class B amplifier for the output with the speaker connected to the 0 volts. In other words, they just basically saved themselves the use of an audio output transformer. Now as you can see, the chassis itself, it employs a mixture of old and newer sort of technology for the day. So looking back at the old style first of all we've got a wafer switch there. That's echoing back to valve radio days. So we've got a full-size tuning capacitor there. And we've even got use of a little metal chassis, albeit a small one. But then looking at the newer technology, what we have is we've got use of a ferrite rod aerial. We've obviously got the 6 transistors itself. Interestingly enough, it employs two boards. You've got the main receiver board and you've got the amplifier board, and for the serviceman what they're provided with is a little plug and socket, so you could separate the two out when it comes to serving them. So that's an actual nice little touch there. And then what we also have then is the intermediate transformers there. As you can see, now these cans are about a halfway house between the full-size ones you get in valve radios and the very small ones you used to get in the pocket transistor radios. Now interestingly, rather than utilising the OC series of Mullard transistors as they did in their model TP44, this uses transistors by STC. And as you can see, all the tops are colour coded, but what they also did, they actually printed on the sides of the transistors themselves their usage. So in other words, the yellow one was the mixer, we had IF1 and IF2 there for the intermediate frequency transistors, and then on the output side we got the black and the green there. All of them were marked up as output transistors, so it's very interesting indeed. It's something you don't see very often. What I'll do, I'll try and take some photographs so you just got a clearer image of what it looked like. It also fitted with a Benning-Lee aerial output, so as you can see there. So in other words, you could utilize this in your car of the day and utilize this as the car radio, because not many cars in that time had radios sort of fitted, and you could just connect the car aerial to it. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to repair these connections, just put some new ones on. We're going to give it a bit of a scrub, and then we're going to put it through a paces. So let's get started. Okay, so what I've done, just cut out the old battery connectors, as you can see there, and replace them with new PP9 style clips, and simply then just solder them to the existing leads, put some heat shrink on it, and then a tie up there just to take the strain off that joint. So I've done that twice. That third conductor there, that's a 0 volt to the loudspeaker that I mentioned earlier. And then what we do, similarly, we've just made up some new 6-volt batteries, just simply with 4 AA batteries there in a little sort of battery holder. We've got a PP3 style clip that on. And then in similar fashion, we've done a PP3 to PP9 converter. If you want to know how to do these, I've actually done a little video on my channel, so please pop across and have a look. And then simply just connect them together, like so, if they will go. So that's the first one. And then we've got the second one here. That'll connect up. Okay, just going to pop these in. So hopefully this will give this old girl some new life. I don't know if this was stood up or not, but we'll see if they'll actually sort of go in like so. I can tidy those up later. At least we know they fit, that's the main thing. So what I'm going to do is just pop the cover back on. I'm going to give it a quick scrub and then we'll see how she sounds. So let's crack on. Okay, all I'm going to do is just utilise some foam cleaner, just go gentle on it because I'm not sure how colour fast this finish is. So let's give it a whirl and just see how we get on. So level them out. Just get a microfiber cloth there. Let's see if we can get some of this little bit of dirt off. I'm only going to go with this rough just to see whether or not we can actually shift anything. A little bit coming off. What I'll actually do is just give this a damn good clean afterwards and get super smart, because what I might do is in fact give this to my niece as a bit of a present. She's actually got a dry flower shop and this would look great as a feature piece in that shop, so I think she'll be quite pleased with that. And I'll drop a link to that shop. It's in London. It's called The Last Bunch and she's doing so well with it, so well worth a look. So let's continue anyway. Let's see if we can put a bit more on here. Okay, just a rub, just see what comes off. Can't move that handle really, but just want to see whether or not we can lift anything. And we are. Okay, let's just turn it around. On the back. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because really what you want to see is this radio working. It is lifting, which is really what I wanted to know. A bit around the side there. I might try where we've got little black marks there. Let me just try an old toothbrush, just see whether that actually works. A little bit. I'll need a little bit more effort. But she's not looking too bad, considering she's over 60 years old, had nothing done to her. That's not bad. So let's move this out of the way anyway. So, the moment of truth, let's see how she performs. So, put onto medium wave. Some crackles.
Around the country to get placements where they can be.
Now the buzz you probably hear is off my LED lighting. Not much I can do about that, so please bear that in mind. Just on the medium wave at the moment.
Condition supply 18 plus be gambleaware.org.
Sounds good. That little wooden cabinet helping. It's a fair old aerial, so it's a little bit directional. Might just have to move it around to get the best reception.
By 12 points to 20, we only have 16 minutes to go. The ref just pointing, making the signal to have a look at the video review for that one.
Tuning dial's got quite a good ratio on it, so it can actually tune quite well. Let's try long wave. Yep, other way even. I'll forget radio for if nothing else. I'll just switch that off. I had.
Most people don't survive it. Like I joke, but it's true. It's like that's been my greatest feat in this life is, you know, surviving up until now and like.
Certainly got radio full, picked up nice and loud. I can hear Ireland a little bit, but it's probably too faint to pick up on the microphone.
Program.
Yeah, it's picking up the lights there. Okay. That's not bad all considering. So there you go, it's the Decca Debonair Deluxe 6 transistor radio from made in 1961. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, then please give me that thumbs up. That helps others to find this video as well. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.